I've got tonight's NBA Prime doubleheader, some awesome trends and a great system. Make sure you stay tuned for video number one, the Knicks and the Celtics. Video number two, the Lakers and the Warriors. I am Ralph Michaels. This is WagerTalk TV. It is Thursday, April the 9th. Let's start off with game number one on Prime tonight. The New York Knicks a 4.5-point favorite, a total of 215.5. Boston basically has the number 2 seed clinched. They need one win or one Knicks loss, so obviously they would clinch the 2 seed if they win tonight. New York is only a half a game ahead of Cleveland, and they're 3.5 behind Boston. So they are playing for that 3-4 seed, are the New York Knicks. Knicks have won 2 and 3 against Boston this year, including going into TD Gardens and winning as a 3.5-point underdog the last game. Boston is playing well. They're on a nice 4-0 straight up an ATS run, as well as going 7-1 their last 8 games. The offense, last 4 games, shooting 54%. Really only played one true defense in the Hornets. I think they shot 49 point something in that game. But their D just continues to be stellar. Over the last 13 games, they're allowing only 44% shooting. When you look at Boston on the road versus winning teams, they've played very well. 14-3 against the spread. Their over-under record 5-12 as their defense has traveled well. The Knicks come into this game going 10-5 their last 15 games, but only 5-10 against the spread. One thing to point out in that 15-game stretch, it was a road-heavy schedule. 10 road games, only 5 home games. At home, they did go 5-0 straight up and 3-2 against the spread. At home versus winning teams, 6-5 straight up and 4-7 ATS their last 11 games. Now, Boston again has the 2 locked in, but there's an interesting thing here that, now that they have Tatum back, this is Tatum's first trip back to Madison Square Garden, and I thought it very interesting. This is his quote. "Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm not thrilled to go back and play there. Last time I played there, it was a traumatic experience for me. So I'd be leery on any player props with him. If a player visually and mentally is thinking about something a few days in advance, you know what's going to be in his head in game day. He'll likely go 1 of 18 shooting, or he'll shoot 82% and have a Michael Jordan flu type game. We'll see what happens tonight." I do lean Boston in this game because Tatum has not played back-to-back nights. They normally play him the second night of a back-to-back. They're playing New Orleans tomorrow, but they said we're going to play Tatum today, rest him tomorrow. So the better team playing with revenge for a loss as a home favorite is my lean. But I also have a best bet here I want to share with you. I really do like the under here. We talked about the Celtics D. It's been incredible all year. When Boston is an away dog or a small away favorite, they are 1-10 over under their last 11 games. When we look at New York versus winning teams of 50% or higher, so a quality team with a win percentage of 57% plus, the New York Knicks are 4-17 over under. The New York Knicks also fall into a league-wide system. This goes back to 2010. Obviously, there's only 49 games, so it only happens a couple times a year. But when a team is a home favorite and they've won 4 straight games and all 4 games have gone under the total, that over-under 14, 33, and 2, 29.8% to the over, or 70.2% to the under. 2 and 3 likely face each other in the playoffs. They do not like each other now. Boston's tries to win. The Knicks need to win to keep that 3 seed. A playoff mentality I do like the under here as the best bet here on this video. Current total, 215.5. Prime game, number 1. Want to let you know, I do very limited NBA in the regular season. I hate trying to handicap motivation and the players resting. When it does get to the playoffs, I've had great playoff success, and I will be doing the NBA playoffs. Also, my no-run first inning plays in MLB action, off to a nice 5-1 start this season. I don't start them until the pitchers are at least twice through the rotation. So I've been having daily plays lately. And head to my homepage, check out wt.buzz/RM for my daily first inning report. Game number 2, the LA Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Golden State, the line 4.5, a total of 225.5. LA, they're in a tough situation here with their late season injuries. They have now lost 3 straight games, but to be fair, 2 were against OKC. They're a game and a half behind Denver for the 3 seed, but they're tied with Houston. Big difference, that 4 and 5 seed getting that home field advantage, home court edge for the playoffs. Obviously, the number 4 seed gets it, while the 5 seed will have to play that opponent. Against OKC in their last game, basically the entire team was out. Doncic, hamstring. Reeves, oblique. James, they figured if no one else is playing, we'll call it load management for a leg injury. Jackson Hayes, foot soreness. Marcus Smart, ankle. Well, Reeves is still out. Luka is still out. Hayes is a question mark. LeBron may play. That's not enough for me in this situation. LA allowed their last 3 foes to shoot 52%. And again, with most of those starters out, it's really going to be a weird situation. In fact, Coach Redick said this: we've got to find 9 guys all in the same mind frame, fighting and willing to do however we need to use them. I don't want to use a war metaphor at this time, but whatever you got to do to go out and fight, to be all in on this team. He said, we'll find 9 guys and figure out what works the next 3 games. So again, they're in a unique situation, trying to remesh players with a couple of their main stars out. LA as an underdog, only 5-14 since mid-December. But that's a sort of weird number, because let me tell you this. If I tell you they're 5-14, you're going to say, wow, that's a fade. Well, they lost 12. They won 5 in a row, and then they lost their last 2 in a row, both to OKC with these injuries. So again, ATS numbers and trends can be misleading, so make sure you're looking through the entire process to see if it's a legitimate line. Well, Golden State's numbers, we're sort of going to throw them out. Why? We know Curry got hurt back at the end of January. He came back 2 games ago. They kept it within 1 point against Houston. Curry played 26 minutes. They snapped their win streak against Sacramento. He played 25 minutes. So while Golden State's numbers haven't been good, all of those have been Curryless. Golden State is also locked in as the number 10 seed. They have to go on the road for both play-in games to try to make the NBA playoffs. But while some people may not use their players the last few games, Curry and Steve Kerr, Coach Steve Kerr, have said they need to keep Curry active, to allow the other players to play with him so they can prepare for this play-in game. They only have a few games left to do it. I think that supersedes all of Golden State's issues. I think Curry's minutes start ramping up. I think the other players will get involved. I think their defensive intensity will pick up. And I do like Golden State tonight in prime game number 2. I enjoy doing these videos. Thank you for all the kind comments. We ask you one thing: hit the like button and feel free to leave a comment. Good, bad, anything you would like to see added, I'm happy to oblige as long as I can. Make sure you're following Wager Talk on all their social media networks. Guys, over 300,000 people follow Wager Talk on their social media networks. And hit me up on X at CalSportsLV. Thanks for tuning in to this Prime doubleheader. I'll be back with a Friday two-pack on April the 10th.